Lilac sugar is one of the many ways that I like to use my lilacs during my lilac season. And it's so simple. I mean, it's literally like lilacs and sugar, but I'll show you how you put it all together. And it is lovely for a couple of different recipes that I have, but probably my favorite way to use it is actually just to take some and use it in my tea. I really like the pairing with my chamomile tea. I think that it tastes so good. It adds this slightly sweet and floral, no surprise there, taste to it. I first pick my lilacs and I try to pick bunches that have more of the floral parts open. If there's some older ones, then they'll tend to have slightly browned edges. I really don't want the ones that haven't opened yet. I want them to be mature, but not old. And I'll need 2/3 of a cup of blossoms for this. And the way I do that is I just pluck each individual blossom from the base. And that just takes the stem right off. You can even see the stamen that's still there. I've found that I can sometimes do 2 at a time, but if I try to do more than that, a lot of times it will pull off the little green part on the bottom, and then I have to make sure that I get that out. So it's better just to go slow. It's a good time to put on an audiobook or some music and just enjoy the fact that it's springtime. The next step is to layer in the sugar and the lilac petals. So I get a nice little layer of sugar on the bottom, and then I put in some of my petals. So the sugar makes it so that the petals don't actually go bad. And then I do another layer of petals. They're so pretty to work with. Smells good. I mean, there's definitely worse jobs out there. So I have 2 cups of sugar and 2/3 of a cup of flower petals. And those are layered in my jar, and then I'll put my lid on. I'll now store this in my pantry where it's dark and cool. And for the next 7 days, at least once a day, if not twice a day, I'll go in and I'll shake up my jar just to disperse the sugar and the flowers more. It's been a day, so it's time to shake the sugar, but this one had a little bit higher moisture content, so I'll need to stir it first. Sometimes that moisture that's in the lilac actually causes it to clump up, which is why it's important to go through and shake it once to twice a day, just to make sure that it doesn't get completely hard. If you did wait, then it would be just a huge clump, so you don't want that. So at this point, I'm just mixing it all in, and I can already start to smell that floral aspect to it. And then I'll put my lid back on it, and at this point you can see that it will shake up really nicely. And anytime you go to shake it up and it feels a little bit clumpy, that's what you're gonna wanna do. And like I said, 1 to 2 times a day, and besides that, keep it in that cool, dry, dark location. Now this is the 7th time that I've stirred my lilac sugar, and I'll continue to check it every day until I feel like it's not clumping up at all, because otherwise it'll be really hard for me to scoop it out. Generally speaking, you know, by 8-9 days or so, it's doing pretty good. It kind of depends on the water content of your blossoms. But at this point, it's ready to use. One of my favorite things to use it in is the chamomile tea. It pairs really well with that. Another thing that I like to do is a shortbread cookie with the lilac sugar, and that's really pretty and kind of fun to do as well. And then I'll store this in a cool, dry, dark location and use it in the next year.